might be.
Might be.
Are we ready?
So we all wearing glasses today, huh?
Yes, we are. And welcome into the Barbershop 918 Hood Topic. You up in here with your man Big Drew? That's me. J-Rock.
He ain't talking.
He's protesting.
Today. Okay.
And the one and only Raw Dog. All right, so today's hood topic: can a woman be the breadwinner in the family? Can she make more money than you? And are you okay with that as a man? Jay.
Yeah, let's start with you, sir.
This is a basic question. We asked this question just to kind of, just to poke at the bear. Because you about to get married, right?
I am.
So it's a new day.
She is going to smack you.
Yeah. So,
Mama, no.
it's a new day and age, man. So people don't really trip too much about that. But what about you? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like it's okay for a man to make less money than his wife?
I mean, you said it. You just said it. It's a new day. We're in an age where we're in an age now where men and women, they are going back to school. They are getting their degrees and they're getting positions where it puts them in a better position to make more money for their families. So I have no problem with my woman making more money.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna make me work harder to where I can get on her level. Right. In theory, I don't think anyone should have a problem if you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys are doing this together. I think the ratio shouldn't really matter. I really think it comes down to maturity, because I've seen it both ways. I've seen where the woman makes more than the man. The man was okay with that, and they work together to get their goals. But I also seen where the woman made more than the man, and she made it very clear that she made more than the man.
So what's the root issue as to why? Like, because there's some people who still say a man has to be the breadwinner. They have to be the one who's making the most. Mm-hmm. Why is it? What does that speak to in a man to why he has to feel like he should make more?
Well, I mean, it just goes back to societal norms. Like you said, the man is the breadwinner. He is ultimately responsible for the financial health of a family. It's his responsibility. Back in the day, the man worked and the women stayed home, took care of the family, took care of the kids.
This back in your day, right?
Well, even further back from my day, if you can believe, when they first invented light. And now, obviously, that's changed because now most men, they need, in order to live a certain lifestyle, they need their wives to work. Yeah. Because if you don't, you're going to have to just tail back what kind of lifestyle that you lead. So with that being said, because now that women are out working, helping their husbands take care of the household, then that means that the husband has to kind of take care of some things around the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of give and take. The only problem comes in is we men have very fragile egos. It don't take much for our egos to be hurt. So if you're with a woman that's making way more than you, and she doesn't have a problem letting you know, not only letting you know, but letting everybody else around you know that I make more than you, that's a problem.
So why do we get our feelings hurt so easily in that? Like, if she was like, you want to go to the store and get a pop, and you got to ask your woman, hey, can I get a pop? And she say no, and you get an attitude. Like, is that well deserved, or should y'all?
Our men's egos are fragile. I don't know why we're so fragile, but they are. We are technically, we're supposed to be physically stronger, but emotionally, we're a little stunted.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why our egos are so fragile. Men's egos can literally get hurt by a little bitty rock, and we hold that stuff in because we are taught not to communicate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much for us to get our feelings hurt. You know what I mean? And one of the things that society says a man is supposed to do is you're supposed to be the head of your household. You're supposed to take care of your family. But when the issue is where you are not the main breadwinner, then society looks down upon you as a man. Like, okay, well, you're not taking care of business. Your house is out of order. You're a woman that's taking care of you.
Yeah. So Jay, what about you? Have you ran across that where have you reviewed that idea of like, would you be comfortable being at home, like not working, not doing anything other than like just taking care of the household? Because I ain't gonna say not doing anything, because taking care of the household is
It's something, and
that's
work.
a huge thing,
right?
But do you think you could be comfortable being a stay-at-home dad?
No, I couldn't do that. It's the morals and values that I was taught growing up is that you got to work, and just sitting at home doing anything, that would get kind of boring at a time.
Now you saying that staying at home is not work? So if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's not work?
I'm saying, like, as a man, you're going to want to have some bread in your pocket. You want to be able to bring something to the table. You don't want to just be sitting at home, just doing nothing, getting fat, not going
to
the gym.
What if you're cooking and cleaning, take care of the kids?
And working out.
But you want to have some bread in your pocket. I understand that your significant other is making money and everything, but as a man, I'm going to want to get out and do something because I want to have money in my pocket. I don't want to have it to where I'm going to our account because I want to get something and I have to discuss it with my wife. I want to have my own money coming in to where if I want to go out and get this, I can get it. I don't have to worry about, hey, baby, can I get this new TV, the Super Bowl coming up? I don't want to. If I make enough money to where I have money saved up to where I can get that, I want to do that. I don't want it to where.
But you still have to ask, as a husband, you're still going to have to ask your wife to spend the money anyway, this saved up. You still got to make that decision with her anyway.
Right. You can't just go out and just buy whatever you want.
Or did you know that?
I knew that.
You knew that.
Are you
but
sure?
This is my thing right here. I want to contribute to the team. I don't want to be a bench player that's just waving the towel. I want to be out there grabbing the rebounds as well, doing all the dirty work as well, bringing something to the table. I understand that you can do that at home, cooking and cleaning and everything, but I want to bring finances into the household as well.
So do we equate finances as being more important than homemaking and the other things that typically women may do? Is that what we're saying, that bringing in finances is more important than anything else in the family structure?
I think it's an expectation that a man has to work outside of the house. There is a societal expectation that man is supposed to bring home the bacon. Period. Now,
get the big piece of chicken.
Right, get the big piece of chicken. Now, of course, nowadays you got men and women working because they want to live a certain lifestyle. But there are still a lot of households that are run. Now, that doesn't mean that what the man does is more important than what a stay-at-home mom would do. I don't want to equate, well, if I stay home, I'm not doing anything, to say that stay-at-home moms don't do a lot. What they do is just as valuable as what the man would do if he had to go out and work. Now, but if both wife and husband are out working, that means you can't just expect her to work and still go home and do the quote-unquote wifely duties as well. That means I have to contribute as well in the household. That means I got chores I got to do. I can't just say, well, I work and I'm a man, so I'm good. Once I get home from work, I'm just going to sit home and watch TV. It doesn't work that way. If she's got to help me bring money to live a certain lifestyle, then I got to help her make sure that house is taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So for me, real quick, before I give my opinion on this, if you're watching, as some of you guys may know or may not know, Facebook has a feature, especially with or only right now for iOS people, that if you or someone's doing Facebook Live, we can invite you in to actually give your opinion, and people will see your face up there in the corner. So if you want to hop in on this conversation, we can definitely invite you in. So just say something in the comments, and we'll go ahead and get you in on that. For me, I feel like with this subject matter, it's kind of a touchy thing because I do understand that I have a friend of mine that I'm close with that I can appreciate what he does. Now, he has his own little side business. He has, he takes care of the kids. He does a lot of different things. His wife has a pretty prestigious job, and so he does a lot to take care of the family. But he still is what I would say the man of the household. Like, he's not necessarily, like, he's helping, not just helping, he's doing the budget. He's making sure things are taken care of. And like I said, for like what Jay was saying, he has his own little side hustle as well because he's managed his time properly. Okay. But by definition, you could put him in the category of being a stay-at-home dad.
Right.
And I fully respect the way he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fully respect the way he's doing it. And people would...
But is that the norm, though?
It's not the norm. And I think for me, one of the funny things, like, if I could do it the way he's doing it, I would do it. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But my kids are older now, so it's not like it ain't an option necessarily.
Right,
but
right.
I still would say that that's in part what I wouldn't mind doing. You know what I'm saying? So if it was up to me. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. That I don't think that there's a huge problem with it, but I do think there's those relationship issues that I think going into a marriage or anything like that, we always have to, or a serious relationship, sit down and have some conversations ahead of time. Because you posed an interesting question: is it when we were talking before we started was about having separate bank accounts?
Right.
And,
I mean, I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. Me personally, having separate bank accounts, I think, opens the door for issues in the future, because you don't know what that other person has in their account and vice versa, and who knows who's holding back, who knows who's being honest with what money, and you get to the point where you don't have to have discussions now about major purchases. It's like, well, it's in my account, so therefore I'm gonna spend it out of my account. It's good. I want this. I'm gonna get this. Whereas if you have a combined account, there has to be a discussion about whether or not this purchase is worthy of us, spending this kind of money. So different strokes for different folks, but I think separate bank accounts could be rife with issues.
Yeah.
Well, if you have that joint account that you share together, and then you maybe have a savings account that you've been having for years, I don't think that you should bring, that savings into the joint account. Now, this is just my opinion. If you in a relationship or are you married, if you're going to be together, I feel like you should have a joint account to where that money from your work, it goes into a pot that's going to pay the bills and everything like that. And then you have your joint accounts to where you can pay your student loans and other things that you have, bills that you have.
A separate account? Or
yeah, like a separate account to where, like, if you have hospital bills or student loans or other car payments, you can pay that off with that side bank account instead of taking out from the joint pot.
That's different.
Yeah. All right. So that's good on this topic.
I guess so, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on. I mean, I'm a little older than you guys, so my views are maybe a little bit more old school.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get where you all are coming from in that it's a new day, it's a new age, and if your wives are out there working and she's helping you bring the bread home, then obviously you got to make sure you're helping at home as well. It's not a thing where, okay, you're gonna help me, but then you're gonna do all this.
Yeah.
So
I think definitely for me, it's one of the primary things for me is what'd she say? I won't play for her. So I think one of the primary things for me is it boils down to, like, as far as sharing bank accounts, as long as there's communication, I'm good.
Well, that's true.
That's the
true.
main thing. As long as there's a consistent form of communication and we're both on one accord on how the money's spent and what we're doing with it, I'm good with that. I'm not intimidated by it.
Separate accounts work for some couples.
But and on the flip end too, ladies should be careful with the guy who's looking for the woman to be the breadwinner.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just the same way people say look out for gold digging women, you need to look out for certain men who's looking.
There's a new form of man out there who wants to lay up on women. You know what I mean? That's kind of their thing. I can't imagine being that way. My ego won't let me do that, but it's some.
Oh, some men take.
It's some different made brothers out there.
Some men take pride in the fact that their woman makes significantly more, and they don't have to do as much. They don't have to work as hard.
I can't imagine that, man. I can't imagine being that way. But they're out there, so you watch out for those quote unquote refined men who think it's okay.
It's working for us.
We don't see what's wrong with the video, boss, but we're gonna work on it. Let's go ahead and finish this out just in case.
Okay.
So you got, I got real quick. We got a good show we're gonna get for him today. Get to him today. We got Tiger. We're gonna talk about Tiger Woods.
We have to.
We gotta talk about Tiger.
Is he our headline? Let's
boy,
see.
that picture's something else, boy.
Tiger Woods was.
That hairline, though. Where's it going, sir?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Hairlines, not headlines. So
him and LeBron see the same dude.
all right, so we got Tiger Woods. We're gonna talk about in the show today. We're gonna preview the finals. J-Rock thinks that the Golden State Warriors
Of course he does.
are the greatest thing
Ever since sliced bread.
It's not true.
Since fried bologna.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Since fried
So
bologna
we
in
gonna
a skillet.
We're gonna talk about that. Let's see. We got the NHL finals. We got
Mhm.
Nashville Predators taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. We don't talk about that.
Do we talk
Am I
about
the
that?
only one that still
I
watches hockey?
watched the game.
Did you see that game with Ottawa and Pittsburgh?
No.
Yeah, went
The
to
Eastern
overtime.
Conference?
Yeah,
it
went
was
to
one of the
overtime.
greatest.
You watched that whole thing?
Yeah, it was
No,
one of
I
the
watched
greatest.
I'm talking to Jay. You watched the whole thing?
I watched the last 15
You
seconds.
watched it was on ESPN, didn't you?
Yep. But the NHL finals started last night, man. PK Subban, man.
There was a fight in baseball yesterday that was pretty interesting. I don't understand how you can throw.
He threw it and it went that way.
It was that Lance Stevenson that.
But his hair was on point though. His hair was full of volume.
I ain't
boy.
gonna have the
It was
most
just-
votes in the NL.
It was just glistening in the wind, bro. And then he didn't land a punch. Not one, did he?
No.
Nah, he connected with
tagged him.
one,
Yeah, he
but-
tagged him.
Oh, towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pitcher got the best of him though.
No, but you see Bumgarner, he was like, man, y'all can have that. I'm gonna chill here in the dugout.
Oh,
man.
he's like, forget
He an
that.
all star.
valuable.
That's,
Yeah.
that's big money right there. He's like, I'm not getting involved in this ruckus.
But I got some I've got some very defined things to say about this whole finals thing, NBA finals with LeBron James and the Warriors. So y'all tune in.
And I'm hoping that you take your love for Michael Jordan out of this and just come as a.
This
a
has
lover of
nothing to do
basketball.
with Michael Jordan. The fact that you
Okay.
would even say that, and you are supposed to be a fellow Michael Jordan fan,
Yeah.
tells me that you don't know what the heck you're talking about,
I
sir.
do, I do.
You don't. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I
man.
know what you're gonna say.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. But
No,
I'm
you
gonna
don't.
save it for the show.
Whatever, bro.
You mad, man? Tell him why you
Look,
mad,
let me tell you
son.
something, bro.
All right, James from Good Time. Chill out, man.
You take this belt off these corduroy pants. Take you in there like he did that little Prince looking dude.
Oh gosh.
Know what
stop
I'm talking about,
Stop
don't
it.
you?
Stop it. We gotta talk about the Michael Jackson movie too.
You watched it?
No, I didn't. Okay, I watched 9 minutes of it.
I watched no parts of it.
I didn't watch it, so.
Yeah. All right, so in a word on the street, we're going to review. We got music to talk about. We also got new shows to go ahead and do our review on. We wrapped up Shots Fired, so we definitely got to talk about
I
that.
tried to watch it. I went to sleep on it. I'm sorry.
Very emotional show.
I went to sleep on it. I just ate barbecue. It just.
Oh, okay. All right. He got an old pass, but we still going to talk about Shots
Old
Fired.
pass.
What the? What was that? That was shots fired, literally.
You gonna talk about Empire too?
No,
I didn't-
but
I
yeah, I
didn't-
usually do.
I don't
so.
watch. I didn't watch the. How did it? Oh, I did watch that. I did watch Empire. I didn't watch. Shots
So we got a
Fired.
lot to talk about today, gentlemen. Is that it? Does that cover everything? We're going to talk about some other stuff.
Wrap it.
but
You wanna tell them about like how the summer schedule's gonna be? So
You can
they-
tell them.
All right, Barbershop 918, as you guys know, it's summertime. We have jobs, but also we like to
Take vacation.
take vacations. So we will not be coming to you guys every week with a show, but we're gonna try to give you guys
every other week.
every other week a show. But as far as with the hood topic, if we can get this new technology to work, we're gonna try to bring one to you every week.
That's right. What?
So that means that you can be at home, chilling.
We didn't talk
Drew.
about that. Did we talk
We
about
did.
that?
Yeah.
Where was you was
No,
distracted Sunday.
I did not agree to this, sir. I don't know why we are talking about this right now. But anyway,
We're gonna talk about it in
We'll
show
talk
prep,
about it
but
afterwards.
yeah, check this out. Check out our website at www.
TheBarbershop918.com.
You can also catch us on Revolt TV, Bounce TV, BET Jams.
We'll sit up here and lie.
Also,
If you knew where we were right now, he would not be
Buzzsprout,
talking like that.
iTunes,
Tune in.
No buzz.
Podcast Dog.
What?
Podcast.
Podcast, sir.
That's what I said. Thundercats.
Stitcher Radio.
Stitches Radio.
It's not Stitcher. Man.
All right.
Stitcher Radio.
Hit the finish button, man. We're
Boy. Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Hey, y'all check out that Big Drink
And it's
mixtape.
like,